Okay, what you're looking at here are some aerial photos of the newest section being built in the villages. This is about 5 miles south of Route 44. It's probably about 2 or 3 miles also from the Florida Turnpike, and they're expecting to put in about 12,000 homes in here over the next, I'm guessing 8, 10 years, something like that. This is going to be a big section. So most people, if they're thinking about buying new homes in the villages, this is where they're going to be looking. But this video is about pre-owned homes, the homes that are have all the infrastructure in place, all the shopping, the golf courses, and so forth. So the first village I want to talk about is the village of Sanibel. This is close to 466A. A lot of rec centers down there. It's a good location if you're thinking about one of the newer sections in the villages. They got all types of homes down there. It seems to be that most of them are one of the premium homes or designer homes. Of course, everybody really takes care of their property. I love this curbing that a lot of homes down there have. But you can't go wrong with Sanibel. It's a nice location, as well as all the other locations down there south of 466A. So give that village some consideration if you're thinking about buying a pre-owned home. Okay, the next village I'd like to have you check out is the village of Rio Grande. This is in the older section of the villages, but this has a great location. It's right between Spanish Springs and Sumter Landing. The only drawback in this area, it's going to be kind of full of snowbirds, so keep that in mind. But the renters always seem to be drawn to this part of the villages when they want to rent a place before they decide to make a purchase. So if you're thinking about an investment in the villages, Rio Grande is one to consider before you look at other places or other villages. So Rio Grande, I give it a thumbs up. Check it out. Can't go wrong in this area. A lot of shopping in that area. All right, I got the village of Caroline on my list that I think you'll like to look at. It's not too far. Actually, it's very close to Sumter Landing. And again, a lot of recreation in that area. They keep the area, of course, looking nice like most of the villages. Golf courses are plenty around there. This is kind of like in the eastern section of the villages. So it'll just be a quick run to the shopping up there off of 441. You don't have to go through too many roundabouts to get there. So Caroline is a good choice. They got all kinds of different houses there. And in this part of the villages, they also have these sidewalks, which is nice if you're going to take a stroll later in the evening. Some of the villages don't have sidewalks, so keep that in mind. Okay, next up is going to be the village of Piedmont. This might be one of the best kept secrets in the villages. This is in the northern part of this retirement community, and it's heavily wooded. They got some beautiful areas up here, and a lot of big oak trees, a lot of little lakes. There's very few snowbirds that seem to hang out in this area in the wintertime. So if you don't like crowds, consider the Piedmont area of the villages. I've talked to a lot of people that have been living up here for 15 years plus, and they don't regret ever buying in the village of Piedmont. And it's located between Nancy Lopez and Glenview Country Club. There's also, I believe, about 6 or 7 executive golf courses in that area. The golf cart paths around this area are also very scenic. And that's one of the reasons why you always see these tour buses. They're taking people around that are interested in buying in the villages. They always seem to go right down Buena Vista, and because they know it's a beautiful area and it's something to check out. So check out the village of Piedmont. I think you'll be happy in this area. They all got all kinds of different homes up here, villas, premium homes, designer homes. Can't go wrong. It's also a quick shot to Route 42 up that way to the Mulberry Plaza where there's a Publix. All right, let's talk about Polo Ridge. This is a great location right here. I mean, it's right by Buena Vista in 466. Real quick shot over there to get to the restaurants, the shopping. Of course, there's the polo fields over there, the softball fields. There's Saddlebrook Rec Center. The only drawback in this area is that there's not too many swimming pools in this area. There also is less traffic in the Polo Ridge area when the snowbirds are in town from January through April. Location, location, location is the old saying, and you're going to get that with Polo Ridge. You will not be disappointed in this location. Okay, up next is the village of Santiago. That's located on El Camino. There's a stoplight entrance there, which is going to make it pretty easy for you to get out of your village. I'm really big on that. I like exits out of my village. It's either a stoplight or a roundabout. Quick access over to the hospital. There, of course, there's pools, and it's close to the Savannah Center as well, where they put on shows and even have plays over there. I think they've had a lot of big name acts over there. It's pretty reasonable. You get villager rates when you go into the Savannah Center. They also have a sports pool located over there, and of course, you know, your pickleball courts, shuffleboard. Santiago is a real good location, and they have a computer lab in there as well. If you're having computer problems, you can drop right in there and use them for free. So Santiago, really good location. There's the front of the Savannah Center. Okay, up here is Sable Chase. Real nice location. Sable Chase and Virginia Trace are basically the same thing. They're right next door to each other. This is ground zero in the villages. This is like living on Central Park, right in the middle of the villages. Of course, these two locations are very close to the Sumter Landing entertainment area. A lot of restaurants down there with nightly entertainment. 365 days a year, they got bands playing for your enjoyment. A lot of line dancing down there, and it's always popular. A lot of swimming pools in this area as well. Virginia Trace, Sable Chase. Great location. You can easily get out on either Morris or Buena Vista, which is what I always like. Because when it gets crowded here, you can have some difficulties at times, but the rest of the year, it's no problem. So check out those two locations if you're looking for a great location in the villages. All right, my next location, and the last one I'm going to mention today is Tall Trees. Tall Trees, I think, is another prime location. It's located off of Buena Vista, just south of 466, where there's all the shopping and restaurants. Easy access to go over to Arnold Palmer Golf Course. And Spanish Springs isn't too far. It's probably about a 15-minute golf cart ride, but you can be in Sumter Landing in probably 5 or 6 minutes from Tall Trees. Great location because I like the exits. So if any of you are like me, you know, once you pull into your village, you know, you get inside that gate, you want to be in your house. You don't want to be going down some of these side streets to get to your home. You like to be able to get out on a main road fairly quickly, whether it's in your car or with one of these thousands of golf carts that you see everywhere in the villages. So keep that in mind when you're trying to decide where you want to live. I'm going to be leaving links for everybody. Just look below this video. Maybe that can help you out. And no matter where you're going to live, I think in the villages, you're going to enjoy it. So once again, my last pick is Tall Trees. Go ahead, leave your comments. Thank you.